Good morning, everybody. Mike Naso here from Internet Partnership Radio with the latest on the tropics and Tropical Storm Emily, which continues to cause problems, especially with rainfall for Hispaniola. There's the latest satellite imagery, and even though it looks like an eye-type feature here, the center is actually further west than that. It's never been standing straight up, more or less. It's been kind of tilted, and that's in part because we have this very favorable high pressure in the southwest Caribbean, but that's pushing wind shear into Emily and causing it to remain weak. It should eventually cross Haiti and eastern Cuba and head up into the Bahamas the next 2 days, but there is some uncertainty. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Emily as of 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It was at 17.3, 72.3. Winds were 50. The pressure was about 1,003, 1,004 millibars. Has been teetering there. And 65 mile an hour gusts moving west-northwest now at 4. But it's been on and off. It's been stationary a bit. It is expected later tonight to make landfall in Haiti, and by this time tomorrow be way up here north of eastern Cuba. But I gotta tell you, with the slow motion and the stalling, there's a chance it doesn't even get past Cuba by this time tomorrow. There is that opportunity that it could really slow down, which means more flooding rains. Nonetheless, we do have tropical storm watches for the northern Bahamas, tropical storm warnings for the southern portions, and of course Haiti and Cuba have their respective watches and warnings. Now, it should be noted, it is expected to become a hurricane by Monday as it pushes out, but if it does spend enough time over the Bahamas, it could get a lot stronger over the Bahamas, as some of the computer models show. There's also the chance that it kind of skips Haiti to the south and then ends up more on the left side of this track, which could potentially bring it close to making landfall in southeast Florida. You can see the model guidance here is kind of split. The BAMs want to take it over Cuba and then back up into Florida. The consensus is a little to the left of the hurricane center, but they all generally agree on some sort of northeastward motion before all is said and done. I should note that the HWRF model, interestingly enough, takes Emily up to a Category 4 hurricane right off the Florida coast. I don't think that's going to happen, but there is the Gulf Stream, and conditions will be more favorable, and it is expected to become a hurricane as it pulls away, so you always got to watch. But I think 120 knots, 955 millibars, that may be rather excessive intensification. Here's the latest satellite imagery of Tropical Storm Emily, and again, it's not looking as good as it was when the sun came up. Center's still down here, very, very close to Haiti, but it's still drifting west-northwest to west, and it really never made that turn into Hispaniola, into the Dominican Republic back there, and it's still grazing the coast. So this is becoming more uncertain with time, but you could see definitely the rainfall is going to be the big issue. The more it sits around Haiti and the Dominican Republic, the worse the situation will get. Now, as I mentioned, here's that very favorable high pressure here, the anticyclone, and this is creating a very favorable environment down here, but that's causing wind shear of 10 to 20 knots into Emily. However, there's a little bit of a safe harbor here in the Bahamas. It should have a better environment, but it will have to make sure it doesn't pull in any dry air off of Haiti. You can see shear tendencies are going down, and in general, things should be a little bit more favorable as Emily heads up for intensification. I did want to note in the Eastern Pacific we still have Hurricane Eugene. This had been up to a Category 4 hurricane down to 120. It's going to move away and weaken. It has been weakening, but you can see on the satellite Eugene is a very impressive looking hurricane. Not as impressive as it was earlier, however, and that is what we're watching at this time. So we'll keep you updated on Emily here on IPR. I'm Mike Naso. I'll see you next time.